Alright, at Kanuga Bike Park in Henderson, North Carolina. Beautiful day, Saturday. First day here, first run from the top. Just gonna start doing a left to right run. We're currently on Rhodo Ruckus. It's a solo weekend, so I'm just gonna chill out all weekend and just enjoy my time here. Got a high of 84. Sunny all weekend. Tomorrow's gonna be kind of chilly. I'll break from the heat. It's pretty nice. Bike's running fantastic. I got my cockpit set up really well. Got a new hub for me waiting at home. Picked up an E13 Sidekick 2.0. Hopefully it'll be a little quieter than this one. While still being pretty robust for the e-bike. Savinox motors is not easy on parts. Especially chains, cassettes, hubs. So far this one up hub's been great, but it's just a little loud. I like the low points of engagement. It's good for no pedal kickback and whatnot. The E13 is supposed to have some anti-kickback features on it, which I don't really necessarily need, but slow engagement compared to my Onyx hub, and it's supposed to be quiet, which I'm looking forward to. Alright, we're doing left to right runs. We just did Rhodo Ruckus, so next we're gonna do GNCC. Might be a little dry and loose. Let's see how it goes. And of course, we're at Kanuga Bike Park in Henderson, North Carolina, on a solo trip. Just taking it easy, enjoying my time. It's currently raining back home, so perfect place to be right now. Oh, they made more whoops here. Roll a little bit, probably should drop that. Need to try that outside line. Much better for this corner. Alright. Alright. It's a lot of noise from the bike. I need to try to figure out what that is. Kinda sounds like it's a water bottle, but front wheel drifting here. Felt pretty slow, but it is what it is. How's it going? Alright, next trail from left to right. We just did Rhodo Ruckus and GNCC, and now we're on Beekeeper. Gonna be dry and loose. Hi, squirrel. One thing I didn't mention earlier with my cockpit is I switched to some one-up grips, 36 millimeter, I think. I forget what they're called right now. Away from the rev grips. I was using the rev grips to try to solve comfort issues with my hands, long rides with bumpy trails like this, and you know, I've had them for a couple years now. They've been working great, but they're quite annoying. Very finicky as far as like proper torque on the bolts and getting them set up properly. If you ever have to change your cockpit around, which I've been doing a lot lately, super pain in the ass to deal with. So I've been trying to move away from them. And since I've had them, I've switched to a new fork. I have the Olin's FX 38 and 3, and I got that dialed pretty well. Such a great fork, super comfy. I have the one-up V2 bars, which is also very helpful. And between that, I don't feel like I need the rev grips anymore. I've ridden a handful of days with these new grips and bumpy trails. Granted, not very long. Today will be the real challenge for them. My hands are good at the end of the day. I think it's a big win. And I can cross rev grips off the list of required parts, and I'll be happy with that. I'm gonna do another hemlock. See if I can get a clean run. Super windy. Sliding out. Woo! Drifted through that turn. Oh. Very windy. Alright. Headed down Deadwood. Doing my left to right trail run to Kanuga Bike Park. I just did Hemlock Epoch. And this is the next trail in the line. Deadwood's a pretty fun trail, full of lots of berms, a few fun jumps, and a fun step down if you can get it. With it being this loose, we'll see how I do. Nope. That was the case. Deadwood's one of those trails that wears you out. All the berms are like squatting 200, 300 pounds each time you go through a berm here. And there's a lot of them. Oh no, it's pretty fun though. It's loose. Gonna be skipping the wall ride. Just doesn't flow very well. Oh, made that. Fun step down. Another good step down here. Alrighty then. I think that's mostly all the jumps. I guess you can consider that a jump. Oh, there's this one I forgot. And that's Deadwood. A quick Tortuga in between up runs. Just finished Deadwood. Head back up and get to the next trail, which I think is Painted Black or Natural Selection. I pulled a little early on that one. Didn't get a whole lot of air, but I'm okay with that. Back up to the top. Alright, the next trail in the left to right series is Painted Black. It's a slower, techie trail. Guessing it's going to be interesting with being so dry. Definitely doing a chicken line. That's a decent drop there. Whoa. I think I did upper line before. Oh, jeez. Definitely done this before. Without having to walk here I am. Alright. I'm just being a little too timid here. Probably shouldn't roll that. I definitely remember being a little more chill. Whoa. All right. All right. Going. Whoa, fell off to the side here. I guess I'm taking this inside. Oh. All right. That was a little more spicy than I remembered. Not too bad though. Definitely could be a lot more with some of those features that I didn't do. Something to work up to. Maybe when it's a little more hero dirt. Alright. Next round the line, doing natural selection. Just did paint it black. Just a double black. For whatever reason, I got the two mixed up. Thought to paint it back was the easier trail. Dry and loose today, so all right. I'm doing painted black. I expected it to be a little bit more like this, a lot more sketchy, and had to get off the bike and walk a few times. I may or may not put that in the video, we'll see. Probably not going to do it again. Double black tech trail, dry and loose. It's pretty sketchy. See people falling off over there. Big jump here. I doubt I'm gonna do it. Yeah, you need a lot more speed. Currently about noon. This is second last trail in my left to right. Technically there's 2 more trails. There's Big Brutus jump line that I'm gonna skip, and then we got Southern Cut, which is a pretty big jump line. It's got some big jumps. Probably running pretty fast right now. We'll see how it goes. If I'm willing to full pull. It definitely it's a workout compared to like Tortuga or Hemlock. And that was natural selection. Alright, doing Southern Cut. This is the last trail on my left to right, the top. Technically not full top, but yeah, it's right there. Southern Cut is a free ride jump line. Got some pretty big jumps. This is my first run this weekend. We'll see how well I do. Didn't quite make it. Oh, it's a good one. Nope. Alright. Dry and loose. Not fast enough for this. Barely made that. I always barely make that one. A step down here and then a huge step up. One big one here. It takes a lot of energy. And that's Southern Cut. Definitely need a run or two to clean it up, but that's how it goes first time around.